No, there is no, that's all right, but you know, Kamla Beniwal makes 53 trips to Jaipur, which is her home state, which means she is going on a holiday, Hartosh. These 53 trips to her home state.
I'm not sure whether she was travelling many a times, relatives travel.
No, but
and
it's a government
knows
plane.
all this.
No, it's
Hartosh would vouch for it.
No, but she's going on a state aircraft, Hartosh. She's going on a state aircraft.
Look, that is absolutely.
No,
see, this whole concept of
yes, Hartosh.
The whole concept of a state plane, it's used, as Rasheed was pointing out, it's become a private ferry for relatives, friends, people you need to oblige in state after state. The governor's house, the governor's discretion, the pomp and ceremony of this office.
In BJP ruled states, it does not happen. You cannot make sweeping conclusions. Every person who travels on
why don't you put the figures out?
Available. The information
why don't you put the figures out?
It does not happen.
No, put the figures out
at all.
Put the figures out. Put the figures out.
Put the figures out. We'll find out.
Domain. You can seek all the information under RTI. So do not make sweeping conclusions.
Sir, there is no sweeping conclusion.
I can tell you,
Mr. Rao, there is no need to make sweeping conclusions.
Not one person would have travelled.
Mr. Rao,
Mr. Modi was the chief minister, I can tell you, no person, no private person will ever travel on the same plane.
I'm very happy you are so glad to vouch for Narendra Modi. He's not the only chief minister the BJP has put up in this country. And there are several cases. Some of us ourselves have reported on states where this goes on.
No, please.
I'm glad you speak for them. I don't believe you.
This is an allegation. There is no basis. I know how many chief ministers of BJP.
So put the figures out. We will believe you if you put the figures out. Absolutely.
So I think it's become fashionable to allege or to accuse politicians without sometimes having the
Mr. Rao, today you are sounding like all politicians, and today I can show a pre-election GVL Narasimha Rao and a post-election GVL Narasimha Rao. You are refusing to take the discussion beyond Kamla Beniwal. Now, by the way, we have exposed Kamla Beniwal. BJP does not have to do that. This is our story. We have exposed the loot. I am asking you here tonight, are your governors homesick? Do they have to travel on private planes? Do they have to stay in those lavish homes? You said you will change the culture. What culture did you change since you came to power? What culture did you change? What culture did you change?
You do not have a Congress representative on the panel to answer all your questions.
I'll tell you tonight, the Congress representatives are too scared to come on this discussion. I can put an empty chair if that pleases you. The Congress representatives, in fact, the Congress party office told us, we did not send a representative on Times Now when you exposed Pratibha Patil. We won't send a representative when you are talking about Kamla Beniwal. So I'm saying this on record. The Congress party has boycotted this debate tonight. But is the Congress party in power today, or are you?
Raj Bhawan incur.
No, one second.
Yatin Oza. Yes, Yatin Oza.
It's about political
consideration. You know what kind of culture exists? The cabinet secretary has written a note to all the ministers not to travel abroad unless there is a compelling reason. The same yardstick holds for everyone in this government, including even the constitutional authorities like governors.
No, one second.
It is the culture. That is the Congress
culture. Okay, so simple question.
Will the BJP appointed governors give up their private planes? A very simple question is what we are putting before you. Mr. Oza, will you tell all your BJP appointed governors that they must give up their private planes?
Simple. They should. Let's see if we can say that.
Do not have state planes, separate planes.
I think a question is put to me.
Yes, question is put to you.
Ideally speaking, for personal work, nobody should be permitted
private
to use
be there for governors is the question, sir.
Government aircraft is meant for public use when you are on an official tour. And
should private planes be there for governors is the question put before you, sir.
Would abide by that code of conduct.
Sir, should private planes be continued for governors is the simple question I am putting, sir.
No private planes are necessary unless they are on official duty.
So why why should they have these planes to themselves? I mean, why should they?
What is the great wrong?
Who are they? They are the most dysfunctional, dispensable, unnecessary props of the Indian political system.
1 minute, Arnab.
No, sir, they are the most unnecessary, dispensable, expensive.
that aircraft is never
antediluvian,
attached to the governor.
vintage,
It's a state aircraft
out
which
of
is
date,
used by governor as well as by
and
the chief
sometimes
minister.
out of work
There are no
props of
separate
the Indian
aircraft.
political
There are
system.
no separate aircraft for
Sir,
the governor
these people should
and the chief minister.
Sir, these people
The
should.
chief-
Sir,
the-
these
the
governors.
aircraft is always used for the state purposes.
It's a bigger
For the
question.
state official work.
No, bigger question is this. It's a cultural thing. No, you came with a lot of promise. No, sab badal denge. I'm asking you here today. What did you do about the governors? You see, this can be a revolutionary thing, can't it, Hartosh? If the BJP means what it says, then the BJP can say today that, fine. No, BJP can say today that we will bring down and scale down the role of governors and the expenses of governors.
Look, you are today expectation
Absolutely.
No, but you are not. You are doing the exact same thing the Congress
is
did.
only 2 months.
Sir, you are replacing
It is
Kamla
only
Beniwal
2
with your
months.
own person. She was their stooge. You will bring your own stooge.
This country has
They've already done.
Sir, what are you doing?
Problems
Sir,
to
No,
be
they've
answered.
already brought their own
Several
stooges as governors.
serious problems to be answered.
Sir.
In 2 months, nothing can be done. But it's very seriously being worked over. But
No.
serious issues will have to be answered first. Graver
Stooges
issues
can be
will have
put
to be
in
looked
2
into.
months.
at the
Exactly.
top-
As
at
new
the top
governors,
priority basis.
Lackeys can be put in.
No, I'm saying this is very bad. What Kamla Beniwal did is very bad, and I think it puts her in very bad light. And I
No,
read,
everybody does this is bad.
no,
Everybody, those people who do this is bad.
Sir,
everybody who does it is bad.
Sir,
Not only Kamla Beniwal.
Yeah, of course.
And I agree with you.
Okay, everybody
but
who-
you are asking for a moon within 2 months.
So I'm not asking
You're
for a
asking
moon.
for a moon within
No, I
2
don't.
months.
I just want to know your intent. You replace their stooges with your
Intent
stooges,
is
their
very
cronies
loud and
with
clear.
your cronies, their
Every
sycophants
single
with your
penny-
sycophants.
Every single penny is to be spent for the public good, and every single wasteful expenditure has to be curbed.
Nice
And it will be curbed.
Nice statement means nothing. Nice comment means nothing. Hartosh, beyond Kamla Beniwal, here's a great opportunity for the first time. A governor has been exposed. I think we can take the discussion beyond, but the BJP is refusing to, and the Congress party boycotts the debate. I mean, this is ridiculous here. Yes.
Look, Arnab, the culture of appointing political lackeys as governors has an obvious reason. When the time comes, when there is any issue of importance to do with appointing a new government, the governor has to oblige the government at the center. In return, the governor lives a lavish life, uses the planes, flies around, enjoys vacations, for 5 years lives without any accountability. So if you have to change this culture, you have to change it by changing the kind of people you appoint to this post. Unfortunately, that is what the BJP has not done. It's clear that they are appointing the same kind of lackeys. They'll behave in the same manner as the lackeys of the Congress did in those positions.
In fact, on a broader level, these two news stories which we have put up today, Rasheed, the first about how the BJP is perpetuating the system of a VVIP culture in airports, which they were totally against when they were in opposition, and they said we hate it, we will remove the Lal Batti culture. The second about the attitude of the BJP towards governors, who they, I thought they would have a more progressive view on it, but they have removed their cronies with their own cronies. It reflects that actually on the ground nothing has changed, Rasheed. Because the biggest change this country wanted was a change of mindset.
In a way, definitely.
A change of thinking. That change has not happened.
Precisely, and Arnab, there is enough. Justice Sarkaria has recommended, it's there in writing, that how governor should be selected, what kind of, there should be a panel of he suggested that Prime Minister, Home Minister, Speaker,
No, but do you think, Rasheed, do you think Kamla Beniwal was allowed to get away?
Yeah.
No, do you think Kamla Beniwal was allowed to get away because she was a very useful instrument for 10 Janpat to use vis-a-vis Narendra Modi? That, fact is that she may have been otherwise not very efficient and expensive, but maybe the centre knew and did nothing because they knew that she was performing that role of taking on Mr. Modi repeatedly,
And
She was useful to take on Modi, so she was allowed to do this. Do you think that's possible?
Center.
No, Arnab, you are absolutely right.
Yeah, definitely. Center must be.
Because I suspect that
Hartosh knows that state government would also be doing. State government must be in the know. Every time a flight takes off and lands, the state government knows. What was the state government doing? Why did they not protest?
Mandate, 3 times she sent it back, which is not permitted. Once the re-advice is given to her, she is bound to sign it. Instead thereof, there are instances, not 1 bill, 2 bills, 3 bills, 5 to 10 bills, which she returned it back second time, third time, absolutely butchering the constitution.
No, so the question is, Mr. Oza, Mr. Oza, I am asking the question. No, I am asking the question that maybe
he can refer it back once.
No, I believe.
But when again referred to her.
I believe. Okay, fine.
So parallel government.
No. So I'm telling you. This is what I believe. This is unfortunately what we have reduced our. Under this present Congress rule, what we reduced our institutions to. We got a rubber stamp with a dubious background called Pratibha Patil to just fleece the office of Rashtrapati Bhavan and disgrace the country for all those years. Then we have allowed Kamala Benibal to disgrace the office and carry out the loot of Raj Bhavan simply because she was very useful vis-a-vis Narendra Modi. But Shailesh Gandhi, these are politicians' problems. I am
have been appointed as a governor after strictures were passed against her by Rajasthan.
Fine, but
how were the governors appointed by BJP?
Yet
please, Mr. Oza, please tell us, how did the BJP appoint governors? No, please tell us.
Who shamelessly would run the parallel government and
I'm saying, Mr. Oza, how did you select your governors? By any process, transparent process? Were eminent people selected or only your lackeys?
One governor having been appointed against whom Supreme Court has passed strictures. And that's
that's not the question.
My God. So now the standard is, if Supreme Court passes strictures or if a person is a criminal, then he should not be a governor. Is that the qualification? Mr. Oza, is that the qualification?
Don't put it negatively.
No, but
there's nothing negative about it.
I didn't put it. Mr. Oza, you put it negatively. I didn't put
it. You will look at it with a colored eye.
So I'm saying, why don't we say we should appoint governors who are
I think you see
this is the criteria. You are putting something in my mouth.
No, Mr.
I never said that this should be the criteria.
No, you see, Mr. Oza, these governors, they have an entertainment allowance, they have a hospitality grant, they have a household establishment expense, they have office expense, contract allowance, store expense, money thrown at them. They are not required. In fact, some of the homes they live in are an embarrassment to modern India. They are a shame. They are a shame. They are the most. And about Kamala Benibal, I'll tell you, Kamala Benibal's problem is Kamala Benibal is this kind of a person who flies with in this private plane, goes to a place and then makes a speech on how much poverty is there in India. Fine, these kind of governors are a shame to this country. But last question to Narasimha Rao. Mr. Rao, just think about it. Last few news hours, we've asked just one question. Kya badla? You came to power, you have 282 MPs. Are you not giving away your mandate by proving to be the same on basic issues? On basic issues, you see, I am not asking you about the risk rating of India vis-a-vis FDI, insurance, FDI limits, and I am asking you basic question. Vis-a-vis the Aam Aadmi, what changed for them?
No, let's talk about...
Vis-a-vis the Aam Aadmi, what changed, sir?
Today, this government has ensured that there is no unnecessary expenditure. There is no wasteful
expenditure. The biggest unnecessary expenditure are the governors.
Can you not see that? I think please look for the kind of examples that this government has said. The Prime Minister has advised that there shall be no wasteful expenditure. There shall be minimum government and maximum governance. We do not have a jumbo cabinet.
Yes, he has said it.
And the same principles will apply to governors as well.
I just want a statement of intent. I am not saying this government obviously will say we want to be different, but eventually proof of the pudding is in the eating. It is about 3 months. It will be nice to see a statement of intent on some basic issues.
And not noticing it.
No, and my question is very simple too. I don't think I'm asking for the moon. No, 1 second, sir. 1 second. I don't think I'm asking for the moon. Where there is a will, there is a way. Sorry to be very cliched about it. And the point is very simple. We want to be treated like normal people in airports, not like a low caste, and MPs are a higher caste. We don't want these governors to behave like the old viceroys. In fact, we want to prune them or we want them removed. Try these two things, Mr. Rao. If you try these two things, we'll gauge the response that you get. I think what Hartosh is asking tonight is a relevant, larger question. Thank you very much to everyone, including Hartosh, who's the political editor of The Caravan. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 2 tonight.